All right, let's get right into your Oakland club sports update. And like I like to say before any of these segments, there's 30 club sports teams here at Oakland University, hosted by or through the University Recreation and Wellbeing. There's 30 of them. I can't get to all of them. And, I only know what you guys put out there. So that's my kind of encouragement to get you guys to get your social media up to date, up and running, humming. So I only know what I could find. And if you want your club sport to be featured on the GioMoShow, if you got news, if you got scores, highlights, if you want to have an interview on the GioMoShow, I'm the place to be. DM me either at the GioMoShow Instagram page, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's at the Giovanni my personal Instagram account. Find me, DM me, email me, anything you need. I'm going to get you covered on the GioMoShow. And with that being said, let's get into some of those club sports. We mentioned club football. They got a game coming up this weekend against Loyola Chicago. It's been a rough season so far for the Golden Grizzlies. Losses to Ohio State, to Michigan State, and then most recently to Wright State. So the Golden Grizzlies are really looking for a bounce-back game. Loyola Chicago is going to be the place to be for that bounce-back, I am sure. D1 Club Hockey, the ACHA Club Hockey team. They had a homestand. They played against Duquesne. I really don't know how to pronounce that. It's not Duquesne. I think it's Duquesne. They played 2 games at home at Suburban Ice Rochester against the Blue Devils, I think. Like I said, you can only know so much. But anyway, both of the games were the same score, unfortunately. Duquesne, they got the best of the Golden Grizzlies 4-2 on October 6th and October 7th. And you can check their website, oaklandhockey.org, for their upcoming games and schedules. You're going to be hearing more of them on WXOU as well. We got a hockey gang forming here at the station for your club hockey goodness. So you can find all the recordings there on WXOU Sports' YouTube channel. We got a specific spot for all of your sports, your full broadcasts, your highlights, your interviews. All that is going to be on WXOU Sports on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe. We already got some great content on there, and we got some great content coming up as well. We'll talk about that with the NCAA segment. But we're still on the club segment here. So that is club hockey. Women's Club Lacrosse, you saw them last week on the GioMoShow. This past Sunday, they had their play day against MSU, which is 3 games in one day. They played against Notre Dame, they played against Marquette, and against Michigan State, all in one wonderful day. So moving on to Women's Club Soccer, this past Sunday, they faced U of M Mays, finishing with the final score. It was a draw, 1-1. You could go to their Instagram page to find out who were the MVPs of that game. Who gets the little plush Golden Grizzlies that they give out after every game? They give out 2 for our team. So be sure to go check out their Instagram and find out who's got it. Their next game will be tomorrow and Sunday against MSU and U of M Flint, respectively. So be sure to check them out. Get your information on your women's club soccer team. Men's Club Lacrosse. I saw them. They were practicing late last night, 10:30. I was walking by, saw them practicing, and I I went back and checked their schedule. I'm like, okay, this is them. They are practicing right now. So, shout out to them. They put in the work late at night, like a lot of these club teams do. The best time they can get their practices is, about late at night, up at the upper fields, either up in the dome, up at the football field. They make it work and they put that work in. So be sure to check them out on Instagram as well. All of these teams have an Instagram page. This is where we get a lot of the information. Club Hockey, they got a Twitter account, actually, so be sure to follow them as well. So that's where you're going to find your information on club sports. You're going to find them on their own Instagram pages. You can find highlights on the OU Recwell's Instagram page. So be sure. All it takes is a quick search on Instagram. You just got to look up, Oakland Club Soccer, Oakland Club Women's Lacrosse. You'll find it eventually. So be sure to go follow them, get to know the staff, get to know everything about your club sports. Moving on. Men's Club Volleyball. All the news I could get for this week was that they got new jerseys, and they look sweet. And they've been about that action. They've been playing very often. They got a lot of clips coming out on Instagram as well, so be sure to check them out. Women's Club Volleyball, they were at a Grand Valley State hosted tournament this past weekend. They got highlights of that on their Instagram page. Club softball, they got back from Elkhart, Indy for the invitational tournament that they played in, even through the rain. You could go find highlights of that. And then finally, women's club rugby. You're going to be hearing from them soon on the GioMoShow. We're getting the workings done to get them on the GioMoShow. They faced Bowling Green this past Saturday. Results I could not find. But they will face FSU on October 21st. So that is your Oakland club sports update. I got all that I could about our fantastic club teams. And I hope that this at least piques your interest. You can go find them on Instagram, on Twitter. You can find them on their own websites. Get involved. Go watch some of the games. Go cheer them on because, I'll be real here. For club games, there's not a big audience. Football, they get a good crowd. But, in hockey, they get a decent crowd too. But if you're there and you're passionate and you're wearing your black and gold and you're loud enough, you're going to be noticed and you're going to have an effect on the game. So I encourage you guys to go and watch them, follow, like, all that kind of stuff. You've seen me do all my promoting. So that's going to wrap it up for this Club Sports update. And before we go to break, I got to tell you about the Eli Andrews Show. Thursdays at 10 p.m. on WXOU, just a few hours after the GioMoShow. We got late night here on WXOU. The FCC guidelines are lifted, so some hilarious goodness is to be had. Listen to Eli Sepulveda and Andrew Deacon. Ask their guests the wildest questions that they wrote for each other to ask. That means Eli asks Andrew's questions and Andrew asks Eli's questions. So be sure to join in on the hilarity tonight at 10 p.m. right here on WXOU. We'll be right back with more The GioMoShow.